Well, it's been great. We had a lot of preliminary calls, but coming here and seeing what Helm is doing from an on-the-ground perspective, seeing the enthusiasm and the esprit de corps of the organization has been really wonderful. I'm not surprised because we had conversations before on the phone, but it's a whole new dimension actually seeing what you've done and seeing the energy. You can't on a telephone really see energy, but you can certainly feel it here. And the commitment of everybody, it's just been great and fun and also very dedicated. It's a great group. I'm really proud of what they've achieved in a very short period of time, and I think that it's just onward and upward for them. Well, I guess the only thing I can try to do is help strategize, help the organization to strategize where they want to go, where they want to be, what their benchmarks should be in terms of measuring progress, figuring out what works and what they may not feel as satisfied with. They've already done some of this internal examination already and put things aside or change the way they approach different issues. But I think they are now on a trajectory where they need to figure out a short-term and a little longer-term plan. So for the next year or 2 years, so that they have outcomes in sight and measurable benchmarks to getting to those outcomes and building on the strengths that they have already developed. RISE really reached out to me through mutual friends, colleagues, to ask if there might be some way to help Helm's growth and capacity building. And I said yes, and especially since Helm's leadership was coming to the United States. And I put them in touch. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there, but I put them in touch with many good colleagues who I felt would give them insights both from a general disability rights perspective, the history of disability rights, the goals of disability rights, but also much more specific kinds of issues like how do you really help inculcate disability inclusion into programs, and into policies. The policies level would be the disability rights, but getting there are really programmatic approaches that need to happen. And so I helped set up a field visits and visits with individuals to give them an overarching sense of where they needed to go, and also to have them see hands-on some of the best practices that are occurring in the United States. So RISE was really instrumental in making that linkage and guiding where they wanted the visit to go, specifically what they wanted the outcomes to be, what the achievements of the visit were to be. And that helped me in terms of saying, okay, well then they should see the Viscardi Center, or they should talk with this person, or whatever. And so without RISE as the intermediary, I don't think it would have happened certainly not as easily. So they were very supportive, and I think have been supportive from the beginning and remain committed to the growth and capacity building of Helm.